On this episode of Bus Talk, we're going to do an incident review of a crash in Grandfield, Oklahoma. Hi, this is Paul from School Bus Talk. I'm coming to you from School Bus Talk Global Headquarters, and on this episode, we're going to do an incident report on a school bus crash that happened in Grandfield, Oklahoma on Monday, December 11th, 2023 at approximately 8 a.m. A Type 2 school bus was transporting kids to a nearby community when it had a head-on collision with a pickup truck. The crash scene is US Route 70, about 5 miles west or 8 kilometers west of Grandfield, Oklahoma. The speed limit in this section of highway is 65 miles an hour or about 105 kilometers per hour. The school bus had extreme damage to the front end control unit, and the pickup was badly damaged as well and became engulfed in flames. Sources for this video are listed in the description below. It appears from the crash scene photos that the bus was going westbound and the truck was going eastbound. US Route 70 is a 2-lane highway with wide shoulders and gentle sloping roadside ditches. The traveled way at the crash scene is sweeping left and right curves with double yellow line. From the crash scene photos, it appears that the weather was fair and the roadway surface appears to be dry. Google Images show that the terrain is open prairie and farmland with good sight lines. It looks like the school bus was evacuated through the rear emergency door. There were 10 children injured. 4 kids were taken to the hospital with non-life threatening injuries. 3 children were airlifted from the scene. All children are expected to fully recover. The school bus driver did not do so well. He was trapped in the crash wreckage. The driver is named in reports as James Jackson. He was airlifted to a trauma center where he had emergency surgery. The latest news reports on this bus crash stated that Mr. Jackson was awake after surgery to repair his aorta and colon. He also suffered a collapsed lung. The school district superintendent is quoted as saying Mr. Jackson will have more surgeries to treat his critical injuries, but he was able to look at his family, wiggle his toes, and squeeze his hand. Unfortunately, the driver of the pickup truck was tragically killed in this crash. My heart goes out to all the victims of this tragic bus crash. I'm particularly praying for the victim driving the pickup truck and their family. We're also saying prayers for a speedy recovery of Mr. Jackson and hoping he heals and fully recovers from all his injuries. There is an interesting part of this story involving 2 Good Samaritans that came to the crash site first. A local rancher named Bobby Winnington and another man named Jeff Thornton were first on the scene. They took immediate action to help the kids off the bus, and the pickup truck was involved in fire, so the 2 men hooked up a chain to a pickup truck and dragged the school bus away from the burning pickup. This saved the school bus driver from burning up. Local authorities credit these 2 men for quick thinking and heroic action. Bobby Winnington said,
and we started checking the kids, making sure they weren't, too seriously injured, and waited for help to get there. Those kids had a lot of guardian angels over them.
What can we learn from this school bus crash? The takeaway from this crash is to be ready and prepared to evacuate your bus at all times. It's critical that the emergency exits be fully operational and clear, and no stuff allowed to be stacked in the aisles of your school bus. This crash shows that kids need to know how to evacuate the bus through the emergency exits, because the driver may become incapacitated. Now, in California, where I drive school bus, the state education code requires annual instruction of all the children how to evacuate the bus through the emergency exits. This includes required drills for the children to exit the bus through the emergency exits. This school bus crash illustrates how this evacuation training annually is critical for school bus safety. That wraps up this incident report. Remember, safety is essential.